And we're on. Welcome. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Logan. This is Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And today we're talking about attraction tips for men. Why you must always be an oak tree. So when you think of an oak tree, what do you think about? Large, sturdy, stable, strong. Yes, exactly. And as a man, that's what you are expected to be. But our culture likes to throw out this narrative that men should be softer, men should be more in touch with their feelings, men should be more vulnerable, men should be more emotional, and in the right context and in the right way, yes. But it needs to be explained to men to be emotional in a much more specific manner. Because if you just say it generally and just say it very vaguely, just men need to be more emotional. Okay, I'll be more emotional. All the time. I'll be the most emotional guy you've ever seen. Most vulnerable guy you've ever seen. No, that's not what it means. It's just being more in tune with how you feel, more in tune with your own thoughts, being more mindful of yourself, being okay with being emotional in the right moment and in the right time. But when we think of an oak tree and why men need to adopt the mindset of being an oak tree, being strong, being sturdy, and being stable, despite what the weather is like out there, if it's stormy, if it's rainy, if there's a hurricane out there, that oak tree stands its ground, stays sturdy. And that's what's attractive to men that adopt that kind of mindset to women, is a man who's not going to get too emotional and too upset in a tough situation. And as men, we need to be able to practice that and get better at that. Yeah, life is stressful. Life's always going to be stressful. We're all going to have obstacles and challenges to overcome and to face when in our individual lives or in our relationships or in our marriage, no matter what we do. But we can choose to get angry, to get really emotional, and then to watch our wives and our girlfriends' reaction to that. You think she's going to trust you as a leader and as a man when you can't handle your own emotions and your own stress? You think she's going to feel comfortable? No. Because a very emotional, very unsturdy, and a very unstable man threatens a woman's need for security. Women have an innate need for security. It's physical, emotional, financial. They need that security. And getting more emotional than they do tampers with that need for security. And she starts to look, oh, maybe he's not the guy I thought he was. Maybe I could do a little better. And doubts if you are the guy for her because you're being more emotional than she is. You need to be more sturdy, more stable, and more strong. Not saying that women can't be strong. Nope, that's not what I'm saying at all. Women can be very strong. But women prefer to date and be in a relationship and build a life with a man who is stronger. Financially, emotionally, physically, mentally, everything. That's why it's important for men to be able to cope with their stress effectively and maintain that oak tree mentality. So if a woman's testing you, she's trying to push your buttons, or you're in a tough situation, you're going to get upset and emotional about it? Or you're going to laugh it off? Or you're in a situation, you're frustrated and you feel like you can't laugh it off? Detach. Detach from the situation. Go do something else. Go work out. Go calm down. But don't put yourself in a situation where you know you're going to get very emotional and she's going to have to calm you down. That's not their job. That's not a woman's job in your life to calm you down. No. You're the man. You're the leader. You set the tone, you set the pace, and you go. And you lead. You lead by example. Women women innately will feel more comfortable if you're a man that can handle the stress effectively. A man that can hold his ground and is stable and has emotional discipline and emotional self-control. Despite no matter what's going on. Now, let's say the kids are going crazy and she's having a hard time handling them. You walk into the room and the kids try to throw all that up behavior on you and to see how you handle it. You remain firm, you remain sturdy, you remain stable. You don't get emotional, you don't start yelling and screaming at the kids. Maintain discipline, and maintain discipline on the kids. You don't get emotional. And if you feel yourself you do get emotional, walk away, go into another room, calm yourself down, have a drink, something, have a green smoothie, whatever, have a coffee, and then come back. I'll give you guys a little example. Last night I was filling out papers last night, online documents, and for whatever reason, the PDF wasn't working and I wasn't able to fill it out properly, or it was for whatever reason the cursor was deleting the numbers on for my MasterCard and my phone number, and it wasn't working. I was getting really frustrated. I would walk away, go to another room, go do something else. I'll come back to it, go do something else, grab a bite to eat, come back. It just wasn't working. And I'm just like, and I really, really wanted to get this done before I go to bed, before my week starts, before Monday came. I was getting so frustrated. This goddamn computer was ticking me off. I kept doing it back and forth. I would detach from the situation. I'd come back, try to fix it. It wasn't working. You know what? So I had to tap out. You know, it's like almost 10 o'clock. So I'm just kind of like, I gotta get to bed because I gotta wake up early to work out. And I'm just like, all right, I'm tapping out. There's no point in stressing myself out and getting upset before bed. I needed to remain the oak tree. So I was getting really frustrated. It's the same thing when you're in. I don't know if any guys have gone through this. I've gone through this in the past, where you're in the car, in traffic and in construction. That traffic is just pissing you off and ticking you off, and you want to get to your destination, but you're not moving, you're not budging. And when you're alone in that car, you'll just let emotions go. You let your emotions fly. You start yelling and screaming. You're punching the steering wheel, getting angry at all the cars and all the people and all the red lights you're hitting, all the construction. But when that exact same situation occurs and your girlfriend, your wife is sitting right next to you, do you have that same emotional reaction? I know I don't. I know in the past, when I was younger, no. When she's there next to you, you get frustrated, you get angry and frustrated, but you control the reactions. When you're alone, you just let yourself go. You don't care because you're alone, nobody else is with you. When your girl is there, you control those emotional, angry reactions. Why? Because we don't want to look too emotional in front of her. That's why. Because it looks bad, losing that emotional control. It looks bad. And there's a way to be upset and to be angry by looking in control and looking out of control. There's a way to do it. Or you can be angry, but you can tell you're controlling the anger. So like, for example, if I'll be working with kids and I'm disciplining a kid, like I'm firm, I'm stern, I'm like a little bit angry, but it's controlled. It's not out of control. When I'm alone in the car and traffic, I lose a little bit of control out of that. So you just got to be aware of that and maintain that control, and be aware that even when a girlfriend says, "Oh, I want you to be more emotional. I want you to be more vulnerable," doesn't mean lose emotional self-control and doesn't lose your emotional discipline. That's not what it means. It means be more in tune to how you feel. That's all it is. And once in a while, in the right context, in the right situation, show a little bit of that emotion. A little bit of it. Not too much. Not over the top. And I don't know if you guys remember this. I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, Daddy's Home, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. But there's a scene in the beginning of the movie where Will Ferrell's character, Brad, I think his name is, really wants to grow an emotional bond with his stepchildren. So his stepdaughter comes up to him and asks him, like, "Oh, can you take me to the daddy-daughter dance?" He gets on one knee and he's emotional and all upset because he's finally creating an emotional bond with her. And yeah, he starts bawling and getting upset, and then she's just looking at him just like, ugh. It's for comedy purposes, it's over the top to make it look funny. And the daughter's making fun of him that he's getting so emotional, and then his wife comes up to him and was like, no, it's okay that a man is emotional. It's okay that he's expressing his feelings. And then he starts having a hard time breathing and is bawling his eyes out. And you just see that his wife patting him on the back, has that look on her face, kind of like, okay, honey, that's too much. That's too much emotion there. You see what I mean? It's okay to show emotions, but don't go overboard with it. Don't go overboard with it. And that, yeah, for that movie, it was for comedy purposes, but it was a good example to not go overboard with your emotions. A little bit, and then bring it back. Have that emotion control, have that emotional discipline, and remain the sturdy, strong, stable oak tree at all times. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Logan Ryder, Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good Monday.